Okay, this is the black, it's just a black nail polish, and I'm gonna do a little vlog while I paint my nails because I'm at this quite beautiful, like, look at that. How can you not, like, that's pretty fantastic. But what's more important is sometimes when I get out of the city, I kind of freak out because I start seeing people who are wow, I'm not wearing any makeup for this vlog either. You guys, you're getting the raw stuff of my after hours. Like, I don't know why when I leave the city, I freak out socially, and I feel like all my values are just kind of like gone. I don't know why. It's like so I'm queer, but then, like, when I go outside of the city, then I start freaking out because I start seeing all these truckers, and like the culture shifts, Oh god, a big shot on my hand. This is terrible. Anyway, so I don't really hold my values as well as I think, and it worries me because it makes me question, will I do the right thing when shit hits, you can't say that, hey, when stuff hits the fan, like I see people, like, there's teenagers driving, dads teaching their daughters how to drive in a minivan, and I felt like I was gonna get freaking run over at this park, and just usual people, but like, you don't see, at least on the outside, you don't see queer people out here, and just, like, with the media being like, has popularized the queer community. When I get out of the city, I really freak out. But, like, I have friends who live in rural areas, and they're super accepting. So my own social anxiety is just, getting the worst of me. But yeah, so, like, it makes me question who I, like if I'm capable of defending my values, and I have to, like queer, I don't know, it's just like I went to the pier, a dog came up, and then the guy was there. I'm super nice guy, but I just, I don't even know what I'm supposed to, if I talk to him, do I tell him about my queerness or anything about me? It's like, but that's good to have interaction with people, but I'd rather shy away. But and it's not about self-care. It's like, I would like to just love people more, but I don't. But it's because there's bad people in the world, I'm not trying to paint people as just automatically bad. I'm painting over nails that already have leftover nail polish. So, and it's also really bright outside, but, so yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it's weird. I just feel like the grass is always greener on the other side. I don't know. I'm questioning, oh, do I want to, would it be better if I'm not queer around non-queer people, or how do I navigate that? And it just feels like this giant elephant in the room, and I don't know. And then I feel like I have to puff my chest and then be all just be more aggressive in general, and then I see a guy who's could easily beat the shit out of me, and then I get all submissive. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't swear, and then I'm like, oh no, I can't do that, and then I'm back at square one, You know, if that makes sense and you follow me, maybe you're a true fan or you get me. If not, then, well, this is the raw me. So I don't know why you'd be watching this or which channel this will be on, but definitely a vlog channel or an extras channel. So if you're watching this and this video gets a lot of views, it's because my main channel blew up. In which case, I'd be living a great life. But as of right now, I have not and I am not. Boom, done. Gonna let that dry for a bit. Like there's literally, like I get out of the city, just like it's just one city down. One city down, and there's pickup trucks, piers, boat ramps. Looks nice. That's the thumbnail right there. Yeah, so does this mean that I am somebody who's weak? Like, am I just being a bitch? Like in a bad way? Not like bitch, ass queen, no, more like you're being a bitch. Like you're being weak and you're being not in the sense of not giving yourself self-care, but in the sense that you can't defend your own values. I just don't feel like fighting all the time. But like, I also want to be social. Like I've been watching this guy on YouTube who travels the world. And I feel like binge watching his stuff, like he's like a traveler. He's not just like a boring travel vlogger. He travels, but he's also like an independent journalist. So he tries to not just be like, oh my god, I'm a vlogger, which I mean, fine, you know, if you're a vlogger and you've got that going, and you make a living as a content creator, you got millions of, you know, of like fan base, good for you. You know, I'm very happy for you. I don't find that interesting personally, but for the ones that I do, this particular guy, what's his name? Mike OK. He has made me feel through his videos that I have literally traveled the world. I've also picked up some British slang. Like when he says that is literally the most mental thing. That just sounds British. It's like the second guy that I know that says that. My point is, he is very social and he literally goes around and just says hi to everybody. So like, how obviously there's some self-confidence in that. If you're not confident in yourself, you wouldn't do that. But if you are confident, if you are confident, it's like, I guess if you're confident, then you're confident, but it's like, I have conversational skills to work on. Like, when I talk to people, I get cornered, and then sometimes like, I just keep talking, and then like, I need to learn to be like, oh, that's interesting, okay, well, anyway, I gotta go. Not even like, okay, I'm gonna go, like, you know, and then not be like, oh, but that was rude, or that was like weird or uncomfortable, or like the way that I parted a conversation with a stranger. Sometimes people don't want to talk. Sometimes people are like, I don't want to talk. And for me to be able to be like, okay, then I won't, and move on from that. You know, it's just something that I really want to learn. There was a woman that came up on one of those scooters, and I could smell alcohol on her breath right away, but I said, I mean, and then like she had these leggings on and they weren't even. It looked a bit sloppy, which is fine, but she's like, hey, can I use your phone? I need to call someone because I lost mine. And I was like, sure. And then for a split second, I was like, see, my instincts was, oh my god, this person's gonna steal my phone and they're gonna take my credit card in there if I don't be careful. So I was like, see, but that's me not trusting people. That's me thinking that people are bad. And it's not the case for Mike, okay. Or maybe it is, but he's just careful. I don't know, maybe it's just I'm insecure in so many ways that I have so much to work on. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, insecurity has been a valid answer to a lot of my, well, insecurities, a lot of my panics. So, yeah, I don't know. But if this oneer will work, I'd be amazed. So, we'll see. We'll see. Nails are coming along nice though. I will paint the other ones. But yeah. Once this side dries, then I'll paint this one. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. There you go. That's vlog 1. So bite that nail in. That's the vlog. I mean, that's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. One more thing that just came to my mind, and I have to say it now before I forget it. Okay, so it's the difference between. So some people, many people who are insecure in the social environments will just, whether they're talking to someone who's their partner or someone they're close to or somebody who's a stranger or even to themselves, they'll kind of basically beat around the bush forever about whatever topic it is. You know, many times it's about sex or whatever it is, or something taboo, and then which I succumb to, and I hate that about me, and I'm trying to change that. And then there's people who are, let's just say, like maybe they're, example, like maybe they're married, and maybe they're not polyamorous, but then like when they talk to a potential flirty stranger or whatever the case is, they don't beat around the bush, talk about the weather, blah blah blah, or they do really quickly, and then they go into, like, they start building these real relationships with these people. Sometimes, like, and then when you're building it, like, am I making sense? Sometimes it could turn flirty, it could turn not, and then you have a jealous partner or not, and because you're experimenting to see what the relationship is like, and then sometimes like sparks happen, which can be good, but you don't know until you try, until you risk it. And maybe there would be relationship issues after, with, you know, if this person who's very flirty or very secure about themselves, build real relationships with other people, then like they're living they're living real and true, which I used to be when I was younger. And let's just wrap that and then call it insecurity, and maybe I used to be like secure, but I used to be like a fake secure person, but it definitely helped because it was like aggression masked insecurity, which kind of worked because I forged relationships with people and the real emotions were there, and I wasn't afraid to risk and test the waters and build new relationships. And by relationships, I mean it could be anything. It could be intimate, it could be sexual, it could be social, whatever it is. But they don't beat around the bush, all in all, okay? So that's like something that's super important. It's like the doors to real life, you know, like gates to hell, gates to real life. So maybe I'll send this to my friend. I'll call him Batman, because maybe he doesn't want to be named, but like he doesn't really hide behind. Never mind. Anyway, this insecurity thing. I'm just saying it creeps up on you, and next thing you know, hey, there's a guy peeing in the corner. Yeah, I don't know, the security thing, you know, it creeps up on you, and the next thing you know, you're 60 years old and you're like, where the hell did my life go? Versus when you're 18. When I was 18, it was full of like insecure security, but it worked until the cover was blown, and then I became suicidal and I couldn't figure out life for like a decade. So yeah, any insights about insecurity or something positive you want to share about insecurity would be really helpful, honestly, for me and for others. So let me know. Yeah. And of course, like and share this because it helps me and helps me make more vlogs to share with you. Okay, there's this guy on a boat, and his engine like broke, and he's been stuck there for like a while. So I hope he's okay, because like we all heard his engine come on, and then the engine just stopped, and he's still there. And the guy that was peeing was over there. But I guess I probably shouldn't show that or show where I actually am. So instead, enjoy this nice kind of view. All right, see ya. Okay, I was right. A bunch of people, a bunch of diverse people and people of color came to the park. Meanwhile, earlier I was freaking out. And I was like, oh my god, this hillbilly. No, I probably shouldn't. I'm sorry. This guy who looked like a, I don't know. My own insecurities, okay? But this guy who had a dog came up, and I was like, oh crap, he's gonna like, he's probably thinking, gee, I should go talk to this hot girl. Not bragging or fishing for compliments, but I know I get that a lot. Meanwhile, what I'm actually thinking is, oh my god, this person's gonna be like, what's this Asian person doing here? I have issues, I know, but that's what this channel is for. For me to vent. And if you like me, you'll come along and hopefully see that I figure it out 20 years from now or not. So, I don't know. Well, we'll see. That's a nice shot. Here, I'll show you. There's bunnies here. There's bunnies. Look at these guys. And they're more like hares. But they just came up to me. Look at them, they're so cute. If you don't already know, I kind of love bunnies. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. This is just like their home. It's adorable. Oh, there's more bunnies. I was gonna talk about, oh, there it goes. Oh, that bunny is so cute. A little hair. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. I was gonna talk about something serious, because now that people are showing up at the park, there's doggos around. But I was gonna say, like, so the woman that I was talking about, it turns out she was still around, and I went up to her to be like, hey, at least I intended to be like, hey, like, did you end up finding your phone? Do you want to call somebody else? Can I give you a ride to somewhere? Because she was on one of those scooters that looked dead. But then she was on top of a hill, and then by the time I went up to her, she turned her back to me, and then like my social anxiety came up, and I was like, oh, that means she doesn't want to talk. But like, I don't know that. And then like I just watched her walk away from the park that could have needed a ride. And so just like some of my social cues of like, should I, like, how far out do I go to help someone? Or to like make a genuine connection? Like I just, you know, like I just screwed up. And I'm kind of reflecting. But I guess I should probably stop vlogging and actually get some work done, like editing my next video for sketch that I've already filmed, but I have the basic beats down, you know, but I just need to make it nice now and then post it. So I guess I'll go and do that. and get going to do that. I don't know. Of course, I realized that that guy, he's just out fishing. His engine isn't broken. I'm just being an idiot. He's fine. He's fishing. Another thing I just realized, I think it might be because I've been watching Mike O'Kay's travel vlogs, that I'm literally doing what a mini travel person or a travel person would be doing, except I'm just like kind of doing a mini version. I'm going to a park. So I'm just monkey see, monkey do, you know? It's kind of how it works. But what I'm doing now is there's a fenced off place, and it kind of goes to the middle of nowhere. And I love doing that. So I'm gonna cross this gate that's clearly locked. But you know, the gate's locked for vehicles. Here it comes, but it's not locked. Not necessarily locked for people. I mean, it says do not enter that way, but this is like a different place, you know? Well, you know, if they want it. Sign says not to go in this area. So we're not gonna go in there. But I think going through here, we're okay. That sign right there says don't go that way, but nothing down here. I mean, it says don't go in there, but I think, there's nothing down there. Damn it. We'll go back here. Check out the sunset though. Really nice. Cue music. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Do I look pretty in it? Ah. Okay, let's go back because I don't want to get in trouble. So that was short-lived. But usually I do full-on walks. I just need to find a better way than holding my phone sideways. Because maybe a GoPro would be nicer. I think a GoPro would be nicer. I might do that. So if you're a big fan, I could use a GoPro. Yep. Some girls' faces, like just like a glimpse of their face, and they. Like I said, I probably shouldn't be too loud because there's people next to me and they can probably hear me. But some girls' faces is just like you look at them for like a half second, you know it's a girl, like a really cute girl. And I want to look again, but it's gonna be, well, weird. Or I can just go up and talk to them. But it's like, no, they're clearly a couple. They're clearly straight. And anyway, okay, look, that's all I have to say for the vlog. It's a beautiful sunset. I'm gonna go enjoy the sunset. Follow me along as I figure my life out and be as confused as ever. So, see you in the next one. Or I should do a more cuter one, like, see you in the next one. See you in the next one.